Hi there. Um, this is Eugene Tomlinson, and I just wanted to do a quick video, kind of guide you through the Moodle shell, especially if you have never done a Moodle course before. Even then, every course can be a little bit different. So hopefully this video, you'll find it useful just to guide you around the IHMN315 Research Methods course, the Moodle shell, some of the expectations, and where you can find everything. Okay. Very quickly, if you take a look over on this left-hand side here, you can see lots of different links that you can click on that'll take you through some of the different sections. If by chance you do not see that, you can see this little 3 lines at the top here, left-hand side. If you click on that, that menu will either appear or disappear. So that can guide you around. On the right-hand side, you can see a few other useful bits of information, searching the library catalog, asking research questions, asking writing questions. Those are different resources for you, different upcoming events, some key activities for your assignments, things like that. And of course, other people that are online, and you can see that myself. The main stuff that you're going to want is right down the middle of this page, and that will guide you through everything. So, begin with, there is some of the basic information about who your instructors are for this course. You've got myself, Eugene Tomlinson, and Brian White as your co-instructors for this course. I've just got a very short 1 minute and 44-second video, just kind of an introduction to myself and to the course itself. But there are going to be other videos that guide you through unit by unit. If you carry down a little bit further and click on this course outline, this takes you through the basics of what the course is all about, some of the things that we cover, why this course is in the BA in Global Tourism Management program. And then if you look over to the right-hand side, here's the table of contents for all the things to do with the course outline. So at this point, you can either click on this next that says readings, or click on the readings itself. Either way works. Either way will get you to where you want to be. Oh, actually, before we go to that next page, we'll just go back and you can see final date for voluntary withdrawal, October 21st. That's an important date just in case you need to drop out of the course for whatever the reason might be. Anyways, readings. The text that we're using for this course is from Brunt, Horner, and Semley, called Research Methods in Tourism, Hospitality, and Events Management. You can get it all sorts of different ways, paper copy, electronic. You can even just rent it for the course of the period of the course. So different ways. It's up to you whether or not you might find it useful beyond this course. If not, definitely you can just rent it. Below that are suggested readings for the course. These are the sorts of things that we put out there for you to go through, just to help you kind of round out your education and your understanding. And then some other things that you may find useful reading as well. Learning outcomes. These are all the things that you're expected to learn, to understand, to know by the end of this course. So just some basic things there. The assessment matrix, we'll actually talk about that in Unit 1, but you can take a look at here. These are the different assignments that you are for the course, when those different assignments are due, and how much each one of those assignments is worth. Right at the top, you can see this contribution and participation. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Now, assignment and evaluation descriptions. So this tells you a little bit about every one of the assignments that you've got in this course. Begin with, there are kind of three main things that are part of this course. And these are all just different stages or different parts of what you would normally do in a research project. So stage 1, identifying the research problem, 2, developing that research project, and 3, actually carrying it out and presenting your results. So we continue down on this page. Assignment 1 has 2 parts to it, Part A and Part B. Part A, just a very basic, this is what the course, just kind of an expectation of what you might want to do your research on. Part B, after you've gotten some feedback, Part B will be you fleshing out that research proposal just a little bit more. Assignment 2, again, 2 parts. Part A is you designing kind of some initial thoughts or some initial research design ideas. And Part B, again, providing a bit more information after you received a bit of feedback from the instructor. And finally, Assignment 3, here's where you actually get a chance to carry out your research, gather some results, some data, make some conclusions, and then present that information back to the class in a PowerPoint presentation. Finally, as I mentioned, contribution and participation worth 20% of your final grade. And this contribution, it isn't just about showing up for the class or even just about having done your own part. It's really where you're adding to the learning of others. You're contributing with responses, with ideas, making sure that you're being very inclusive with all of the other students, and adding on to kind of the learning of everyone in the course. Next here, we've got policies and guidelines. These are some basic things you need to know when you're a part of not only this course, but general courses within the BA in Global Tourism Management and the School of Tourism and Hospitality Management. So these are how the grades and percentages and letter grades all connect up, what an incomplete is, and a few other helpful resources like the RRU Writing Center, which will help you with some of the things you need to know when you're writing in, again, not only this course, but the whole program. On the contact information page, again, myself, Dr. Eugene Tomlinson, Dr. Brian White. If we were actually on campus, which clearly we're not, this is where the office is. So 18 Sherman Gen building. Bit more information about contact information. At the moment, if you're going to contact either Brian, well, actually any one of us, make sure you just use the email, because those phone numbers, since we're not on campus, we get notified about it, but just in case, you're better off to just send us a quick email. So that's myself, Brian White. John Stewart is the school manager, so there's his information there. But probably more important for you is Jordan Batchelor, or Jordan. He's the one who's been communicating with you And he helps Brian with the managing of the course and the program. Finally, help desk for the computer services just in case. And here are some other helpful resources for you within this course and within the program. So Destination BC, PATA or Pacific Asia Travel Association, Canadian Tourism Commission or Destination Canada. So here's some different resources you may find useful within the program. Go back up to the top here. We click on that link and it brings us right back to the main page. After course outline, you've got the course schedule. So this, of course, goes through everything that we'll be doing within the course. And because it's all online and because it's all going to be taped, we just talk about the week of. So the week of September 14th, the week of September 21st, what the unit is all about, what we're hoping to accomplish within that unit, some of the key topics that will be discussed, things like that. This schedule also outlines things like when assignments are due. So September 27th is your first assignment. By midnight, that 1A, that just what you're planning on doing for your research. And it's only worth 5%. So just a small, I believe it's just a 1 page. If we go back to that main page, you can actually, we've got a downloadable PDF of that full schedule as well, just in case you want that. Readings for the course, we actually already went through that. Assignments for the course, we've already talked about that as well. These next 3 links, the Writing Center, Right Answers, APA Help Guide, these are all just some resources you may find useful within the course and within the program, different writing resources, things like that, that'll help you through. The news and information, this link here will put you, if there's any key messages that Brian or I are wanting to communicate, things to remember, some extra resources maybe. That's where we'll tend to put those, but you do get sent an email as well. A little further down, you'll see this introduction, past research and statistical experience. So here's a point where we'll want all of you to click and check on this, add a new discussion topic, and to just give us some basic information telling us what you know about research, what sort of experience you might have had with statistics, and this just gives us a better understanding and helps us to better tailor this course to your needs and to your level of understanding. So be very helpful if all of you could do that, please. RU ethics, you don't need to worry too much about that. Although in the course we do talk about ethics and research ethics. There's a point here where you can click and for just general course chat between all of you. And Collaborate Ultra this is where all of these recordings are going to live as well. If we're ever going to have kind of a live presentation, that's where we would also do that. So you can click on that Collaborate Ultra and you join the session, and that will get you through to, and you can see down here any recordings that are down there at the time. Next section on the Moodle shell, assignments and participation. So if you look through here, you can see this one little icon that looks like a piece of paper with an arrow. You can see several of them. those are the points where you are actually going to submit your assignments, the drop boxes. So assignment 1, when you go there, you'll drop off your submission. And then underneath a lot of these drop boxes, we've different useful resources that will help you to complete the different assignments. So for example, here is an intention sheet. This is the template or the sheet that you'll use to complete assignment 1. So you'll click on that and just follow that sheet to help you through. Assignment 1B is where you'll actually put the full research proposal. And there's a proposal guide as well as a marking rubric. So the marking rubric is the sorts of things that we're going to look for when we're marking that assignment. So it can be very helpful for you if you really want to see what we're looking for within that assignment. Scroll down a bit further. There's a drop box for assignment 2A, drop box for assignment 2B. There's the marking rubric again, some examples. Assignment 3, the mini field research project, the rubric for that. And then finally, with the contribution and participation, here's the marking rubric for that part. Last, before all the units, is this one thing called In the News. And with this In the News forum, this is an opportunity for you to give some ideas, give some thoughts about things that are going on in the news that you can share with your fellow students. For this class, it's not a requirement, but if you want to earn some extra marks towards your participation and contribution, you can drop off some information here, or even just responding to something that someone else has put as an in the news item. And finally, if you look below, all of the units are down below that. So this will carry through from unit 1 all the way down to unit 11. Some notes, overview of each one. And these sections will actually grow throughout the course because as we get to each unit, Brian White and I will put up potentially a little video about what that unit is going to be covering. There'll be a PowerPoint presentation that will take you through all the key learnings in that and gives you a bit of an overview. And finally, within each one of these units, you'll also see these discussion points. And all of you are expected to go to these discussion points every week, and this is part of your contribution and participation marks, and answer the question and or respond or comment on some of the things that others have written for this section, okay? So for example, in Unit 1, Week 1, you can see some of the questions. You just click on this Add a New Discussion Topic, fill out the subject, what sort of things you want to, and then you post to the forum. And that will get you your contribution and participation marks, as long as you've, again, done that well. So every one of the units, this will take you through some of the different verses. So in some of these, you'll find things like a case study discussion or an RFP, which is a request for proposals, so other resources within that unit. And all of these different things, all these different resources, links, things like that, presentation, things like that, are all designed to help guide you through and get you understanding all about research methods for tourism. So hopefully you'll find will find this little video useful, potentially not just for this course, but for other courses. So at this point, I'm going to end this recording and have a great day.